So nearly 2.5 years. Yes, it's been that long since the initial COVID shutdowns that happened nationwide. And here in Nevada, we have the final bookend to put on 3 casinos that are going to be demolished to the ground, land sold, with the company simply walking away from them forever. These will be the Texas Station, the Fiesta Rancho, and the Fiesta Henderson. Why are these properties closing? Why does it make sense for them to close? But what's going to happen to the people in those areas? We're going to talk about that here in this video. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I do live streams. We do documentary short films and investigations into the reasons of the why of Las Vegas. And this is definitely an entry in our business journal for the channel. So Station Casinos, if you don't know who they are, well, they're pretty big players here in the Las Vegas Valley. They own the Red Rock Resort, the Texas Station, the Fiesta Rancho, the Fiesta Henderson. Pursuant to that, they own the Palms. That's the one that you probably heard of the most, and they sold that to the San Manuel tribe, and that's running just fine. Thank you very much. I went past there the other day, and it looked pretty good inside. But they're closing these 3 properties, the Texas Station, Fiesta Rancho, and Fiesta Henderson, forever, and they're also making it very hard for people to actually buy the properties and build casinos there again. Why are they doing all this? What are the plans going forward? Well, they're doing all this because of money. But it's not because of corporate greed. It's because of a pragmatic way of doing business, which we're going to describe in this video. So first of all, let's talk about these 3 properties. These 3 properties are located and scattered throughout the Las Vegas Valley, not particularly close to the Las Vegas Strip. They are locals' hotels. They are places where locals will go to the bar, maybe see a movie. Some of them had bowling alleys. Some of them even had childcare facilities with licensed childcare professionals. But the fact that they closed leads a lot to how businesses are now doing business differently and how they started looking at their balance sheets. And this is a curious case. So first of all, only 10% of the cash flow for Station Casinos comes from these 3 properties combined. So I looked online, and in 2019, obviously the last normal year before COVID hit, Station Casinos had a cash flow of $317 million, meaning that these 3 properties only brought $31.7 million to the company. Not a lot. Second of all, they carry $2.1 million of debt every single 3 months, every quarter, that they want to keep these properties running because they have to pay money to the state to keep the properties running and keep the gaming licenses active. That comes out to $8.4 million a year. So you have to ask yourself if it's worth keeping these 3 properties closed until hopefully things rebound for people, if it's going to cost you $8.4 million a year. Thirdly, these properties only had 600 hotel rooms combined. Total combined. They were not convention hotels. I think the Texas Station had a small theater inside, but these were not places where you would come and stay overnight, and so they did not generate a lot of room revenues for the company. And thirdly, 90% of the business, according to Station Casinos, has already progressed away from these properties, and people are going to other Station Casinos properties in order to enjoy themselves and spend money there, so Station Casinos sees no reason to actually keep them open. And then this is the last weird thing that you would never even expect, but stations needs to pay not only to keep their licenses active, but they've been under a special waiver because of the pandemic. Otherwise, they're going to have to start holding gaming in public on the site for anybody to go and enjoy for at least 1 day every quarter for 8 hours a day. Now, in the past, this has happened with properties like the Moulin Rouge when it had a gaming license. Now the property is obviously gone because of a fire that happened. We'll do an investigative documentary on the Moulin Rouge, the first racially integrated hotel in all of Las Vegas. You so subscribe to the channel for that. They would have like a tent. They would put a tent outside with air conditioning and slot machines, let people come up, try their luck, legitimate slot machines. They had to do that at least once every 3 months, and they didn't want to do that. So it's very strange, right? And then you say, well, is Station's in trouble? Well, the answer is no. I mean, Station Casinos is one of those properties that Wall Street really likes because they know how to make money and turn a profit. As a matter of fact, Station Casinos is right now, as I'm talking into this camera, building a $750 million casino on the Durango and 215 Beltway here in town. It'll be large, it'll be modern, it'll have a huge casino gaming floor, lots of hotel rooms, lots of facilities for everything you can imagine. And they're also building a wildfire casino on Boulder Highway and Oakey Boulevard. And if you're not from around Vegas or you haven't driven around town, you might not know what that is, but wildfire is usually a small type of bar place, but they put a bunch of gaming machines inside of it, and that's like a locals brand. They're building a large 5-acre, I believe, big wildfire hotel out there, so they're busy investing and reinvesting into the valley. But what we have to ask ourselves here is what happens to the people in this area? What happens to the people that lived around, say, for example, Texas Station, where the median household income is only $51,000 a year? They don't have a lot of casinos to go into. They may not have places to go beat the heat and go and meet with their friends and family. They might not have a place to do a cheap staycation if they wanted to get out and just enjoy a pool somewhere. And that's a consideration as well. But what is really weird about this is the lengths that Station Casinos is going to, from a very smart business perspective, to prevent anybody else from building a property out there. And by the way, if you guys are enjoying this video, a subscription to the channel would really build me up a lot of confidence to keep making videos, so be sure to subscribe. No, what Station Casinos is doing is they're actually tearing down the properties before they sell the properties, knowing full well that they could make a lot more money if there was a fully fleshed out building with all of the infrastructure to sell as a casino shell. But it looks like they're intent on spending their own money to implode, raise, tear down, whichever way they want to go about it, and then make the lot empty, because they want to make sure that coming up in the future, no other casino operator can just have a turnkey business. Yeah. Ain't that a kick in the teeth? But you know what? At the same time, there's always a local pub or tavern or somewhere near you where you can go in, sit down and play some video poker or some video slots. They may not have the table games that you're looking for, but lately it seems like during the COVID pandemic, a lot of places were tearing out their table games and putting in slot machines, almost as though we're doing a roundabout trip back to the 1970s, where circus owners realized that they can make a lot more money off slots on every pull, paying out 97 or 98% than they ever could worrying about people throwing down on blackjack. But anyways, I thought I would bring you guys that update. I appreciate you guys watching the video, subscribing to the channel if you're just browsing through. See us on live streams. We do those nightly. Check out our documentary series if you guys want to. My name is Steven. Thanks for watching. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and click! Hey guys, you guys are still here, right? So if you guys like that video, you like talking about things that worked or didn't work in Las Vegas, check out this video right beside me right now. That's going to show you the ins and outs, the history of the Lake Mead Hoover Dam water crisis, what's being done, why it's happening, and if it can ever be solved. It's a full-on documentary. I know you're going to love it. We crammed so much in there in about 12 minutes, so be sure to hit the link and let me know what you think in those comments, and we'll talk to you in another one. Thanks.